It's a former Muslim who was really at the end of her rope, but things didn't stay that way. And Khalida, we were talking about just a horrific childhood. Your mother dies at childbirth, you're taken into a Messianic orphanage, you're going out for water, and a bomb hits the house, and everyone's killed except you. You're sold into slavery, and then there's an abusive husband. I mean, there's a marriage with a child. The child's given away, and then another abusive marriage. But then something changes. You hear a voice. Talk about that.
I remember that voice when I was younger. I will hear it in time of trouble. But it was really highlighted to me in '96. I started really hearing the voice, and I already decided to leave my second marriage. It was very abusive. I made the decision to leave. And with that decision to leave, that voice was just in my head and would not go away. And basically, one sentence in Arabic, not in English, leave the darkness into the light. It just plays in my head over and over and over, and it's like a bad song you don't want to listen to. You know, it's like, go away, but it will not go away. It's just inside of me, that voice will talk to me. So I decided to leave. I ended up homeless with the 3 children, and I met this wonderful woman of God that told me about Jesus. And as she started telling me about...
She gave you a job.
She gave me a job.
And yeah, she begins to share the gospel with you.
She shared the gospel with me. She took me into her home, and she started telling me about the Lord, Jesus, you know, the Son of God. Now, you got to remember, in Islam, the fact that the thought in our head to come that God has a son is forbidden. We don't believe God has a son in Islam. We believe that God will be weak if he had a son on earth. So
we share that in common with Judaism.
Right, exactly. So we have like, it's blasphemy. It's just, you cannot think it. Don't let it cross your head. So here is this woman that telling me God has a son, basically. So I am in a place of, I'm not sure what to do with this. Here is that voice telling me, leave the darkness into the light. And there is this woman telling me about Yeshua, about Jesus. And I am in complete conflict.
But at some point you turn to Jesus. Talk about when that happens.
What happened is I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I actually came out of Islam, and I had enough of freedom to, you know, if I want to take my scarf off, if I want to go to school, I start going to school. I had my own apartment. I start position myself in earthly things. I looked into my life, and I found it empty. I found my soul to be empty and hungry for something more. And I watched this woman named Lisa being happy all the time. And I cried out to the Lord. I didn't think anything was going to happen. I remember I was working for her in the store, and I remember walking into the back of the store and saying something to the guard. Well, Lord, you know, Jesus, you know, I'm just talking to him casually. People are talking about you, and they're telling me about you, and they're saying you are the Son of God. I'm not sure if this is right or wrong, you know, but would you show me? Would you come and show me? And I didn't think like anything is going to happen. I think I even said it with an attitude. It's like, it's not real. You know, I'll just say it to get it out of me because I want that voice in my head to go away, kind of to speak. Little I knew that the Lord, at the same day, I will walk to the back of that store, and heaven totally opens up to me. Totally.
It's a prayer that God always answers, Khalida.
Amen.
If you're real, show me.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what your background is.
Exactly. If you cry, he said, if you cry from your heart to me, I will answer you.
Yeah, beautiful. And you then realize this is the same voice that I heard as a child.
Yeah, the minute, what happened, the room started transforming, and the light came, and I saw a person coming toward me. Now, a person is not in a human body, in a glory. The glory of that person is coming toward me, and the light is changing. It's not like the light in the room. It's like you're looking at the sunlight in the midday, and you cannot look at it anymore. It's just so too bright to even look. And as the room is transformed, I'm hearing voices. And the first voices I heard, that language I heard as a child, is Hebrew. I recognized it. Like, I'm hearing all kind of voices, and I go, oh, I heard this before. You know, it's like it clicked on. That was Hebrew. I immediately recognized that was a Hebrew voice. I was able to see people worshiping. I was able to see heaven. I was able to see the Lord on his throne. And basically, I was in the beginning of the experience as heaven open, I could feel that I am on earth. I'm a human, I'm on earth.
So this is a vision that you're experiencing.
No, I'm in it.
You're actually taken up to heaven.
He just, in the beginning when the vision started, as the room transformed, I'm going, oh, this is really cool. And I remember looking around thinking, I need to get out of this room, but there is no windows, there is no door. The room wasn't a room anymore. The room that was originally that room, before I know it, within seconds, it was just transformed into heaven. And then I was lifted up and became part of it. So before I knew it, I was on my knees worshiping Jesus with everyone else.
And did you see him standing in front of you?
I saw him right there standing in front of me. And I never, Jonathan, touched the Bible. I never read the Bible. Jesus is quoting to me from John. I'm the way, from the book of John. I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the life. I'm no one come to the Father except you are my beloved daughter. I have died for you. I mean, and the cool thing is
this in Hebrew or what
it's
language?
In Arabic. He spoke to me in Arabic. But at the same time, I could hear every tongue, every tribe, every language worshiping Jesus. And you know what it sounded like? It sounded like speaking in tongue. It was just an amazing scene.
What did Jesus say to you before you left?
He did tell me that I'm chose by him, to be loved by him, that I didn't choose him, he chose me. The first thing when I realized I'm back on earth, I didn't want to be back on earth, but my feet touched the ground again, so I could tell that I'm back. I'm actually was flat on my face before the Lord. And then I got up speaking in heavenly language, and the next thing I noticed that there is no pain, the emotional pain inside of me, inside my soul is gone. It just, the emptiness, that hurt, that pain, the stabbing in the back that happened to me, my child that was taken away from me, what the Arabs did to me, what the Jews did to me, it just, everybody, whoever did something to me, it seemed like God took my heart and just really cleaned it with some soap and water and put it right back in my chest.